What's up, Nets fans? This is Lucas Kaplan of Nets Daily, and recently Nets Film Focus. Thanks to Cam Johnson for joining me. Very happy to have you here. We're going to look at some of your plays from last season and see, kind of get into your mind, see what you're seeing. First move I have for you is a step through. You pulled out a lot of these last year, and so you work on that move in the off season. How did you really?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
Yeah?
I'm just trying to get them to bite on pump fakes. First thing I'm thinking is probably shoot, right? Pass comes a little high, and Jamal Murray's not gonna let me shoot this three very easily, so I'm gonna drive it, right? I get back to the right hand, I get a bump. So with that bump, to get him off balance a little bit, I think he's gonna try to bite when I go to pump fake. He does, and then hoop to myself.
You ever hear anybody yell travel? Fans posing benches?
Yeah. Sometimes, for sure, but it's not.
It's not. Now we'll get to the three-point shooting. It's just some relocation threes. Everyone's taught to slide baseline when the guy's driving baseline, but this one, you kind of slide up.
So it's really just about finding windows. So he sinks down to guard Clax, which means that he's below the play. So Dennis's window is now to pass to me at the break. So I'm just trying to find the window as a shooter and be available. So I get up there as quickly as possible and get my feet set. Kennard's on a hard closeout, but I get him up quick sometimes and in rhythm.
To me, this seems like a skill that's hard to practice in like a non-live simulation.
This what we just talked about?
Yeah, just like real.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's feel. A lot of it's feel-based, and it's just reps over time. I've played with some really good point guards over the years that have been able to find windows. So as long as I get into that availability spot, they'll find me.
Johnson, book it, a three.
Do you remember the most common out-of-time outplay ran for you to get a three last year?
Yeah, I would come up, set a back screen, and come off towards the ball, off Clax,
and
go into my left shoulder.
Assuming it's because you like that left-right footwork.
I like the left-right footwork a lot. It's just it's a rhythm thing. I mean, naturally the ball is away from the defender. So I feel like as long as I have the space, it's my shot to shoot. If I'm going right-left, the defender's on that ball side, right? So as I go up into the shot, it might annoy me. It might change what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling a little more. But on that left-right, as long as I can get away, I have the clean look. So on this one, it's guard to guard, right? So you know they're gonna wanna switch. If it was a big up here, then I'd wanna get the hit and force a switch.
Make solid contact.
Make solid contact and kind of make them panic. Because Claxton's angle of that screen was so good, I can get my path out a little bit to in, so I don't have to go directly east-west. I tried to get this right foot out further, right there, so that then I can plant that left foot under me and get that right foot back in front.
So it's really right, left, right footwork.
Yeah, like that right foot is crucial.
Okay.
If my right foot at this moment doesn't get out, my shot is gonna be very east-west. I'm gonna be leaning a lot. But because I'm able to get my hips around, it keeps everything in line so that I can kind of just step right into it.
I'm glad you said that because the next one, the ball's kind of behind you. You might remember this one. That right step really kind of fixes your momentum.
All the right step, the right step, and then I'm able to get right into it. So it's the same concept, right?
Right.
Except, see how I get the touch on him? Because he chases over, he has that moment of indecision right here. That little moment with a good screen from Clax allows me, even no matter where the pass comes in, to then reorganize, get towards the hoop. I know where the look is gonna be. I have my feet down, so as soon as I get the ball in my hands in a place that I want it, just let it go.
Schroeder, leave it. Johnson, oh yeah! Cam Johnson, straight away Trey.
And then the next one is another relocation. It's an interesting cut where it seems like you're aware of the next rotation the defense is making and reacting to that.
So they go under, I wanna shoot, but Johnson's kinda in a position where he can contest. If he sinks too low, then I'm open off of this drive. The more I go towards Dennis to start, the easier it is for Hunter and Johnson to guard both of us.
Okay.
So to keep the space between them, you stress out what we call an X out. You're hoping one of them sinks into help and the other one has to guard both. I then close the space because he's already out the picture, getting away from the next defender. And when Dennis gets it, it's called fill back towards him. You know, we keep the space and then I fill back towards him to get myself in rhythm and to get myself on the line.
So you're kind of following Johnson in this case. Okay.
Yeah.
So the last one I have, up and coming, I guess, phenomenon in the NBA. It used to be this guy hit a no-dip three. Now it feels guys in your position kind of have to have the no-dip three. What's the key?
Reps. Being comfortable, knowing that you have it, and then shooting with confidence, no second guessing yourself. So I know when this one's lined up, I've already seen the ball go through the hoop. Jackson stayed low and went to the big, right? So I creep up to find that window. Dennis gets further to the baseline. That window's not available, so I run back down to the corner. This little trigger step right here, that's kind of what I call it. It hits the ground so that I can get to elevation so I'm not flat foot. And at that point, it's just a rhythm-based shot.
I would say that one is pretty good.
I just felt good about it.
This was your highest scoring game of the season last year.
I felt good that game.
Here's Johnson. That's a deep one. He got it.
Do you keep up with what footwork,
No.
like your percentages, all feel?
No. Percentages, like they show you a lot, right? They show you a lot, but it's really indications of the pass. I can shoot 40% from 3, but if I go in and shoot 0 for 10 in a game, then I'm 0%. I made 0. It doesn't matter that I shot 40% going into that game. For me, it's just about being in the right mindset to not worry and to be as well prepared going into any shot as possible in terms of my balance, my elevation, my follow through, ball position in my hands and stuff like that. When you get too caught up in percentages,
Overthinking.
it weighs too heavy on your mental.
Okay.
Whereas when you just take each shot as an isolated instance, then you're able to hit all the checkpoints and not be so results-based.
And I think that's probably a great note to wrap on. Positive and very, you know, informative at the same time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Cam.
Yep.
Deep one. Cam Johnson knocks it in from long range.